Hello, everybody. Today's briefing topic is this. Did you succeed, or did you just get lucky? Hello, everybody. I want to talk about something today that's very important. It's a short episode, a briefing topic, if you will. And it's something that's come up on the show before, and it's even something I just briefed my current squad on just about a week ago. And it's influenced by one of our previous guests, Dr. David Klinger, former LAPD officer and now a college professor in St. Louis. And in his book, Into the Kill Zone, which I highly recommend for all of you, is his concept, his belief that we need to be preoccupied with our failures. And I think that's an important thing to note. And what he means by that is not to be obsessed and fearful of failing, but to evaluate those things that we could have done better and those things that we did that helped us succeed correctly versus the things that we might have done that just got us lucky. And it also takes into context the actions of our nemesis, our perpetrator, our suspect in these situations. Did we use sound tactics and good decisions that ended in the that resulted in the call for service being resolved safely for everybody? Or did we just get lucky? Did we get lucky because the suspect decided that he wasn't going to pull a gun on the cop, or that he wasn't going to take off in foot bail or take off in the car? Did we get lucky on our approach to the car because he thought we were coming up on the passenger side, but we approached from the driver's side, or vice versa? Did we get lucky with that, or were our tactics good and we caught him by surprise and our approach to the car was safe and careful, and because of that we defeated his ability to attack us before it ever began? So this preoccupation with failure is something that we need to go through on almost every call that we finish. And I hope, especially if you're a supervisor, but all of you need to be able to debrief these things with yourself and with your partners and talk about what we did right, what we did wrong, and then the same questions need to be asked of what the suspect did. What did they do right or wrong from their perspective that achieved that or failed to achieve the goals that they wanted? If you have a parolee who didn't want to go back to prison and you caught him slipping and he didn't put up a fight, what was it about your approach with them that succeeded in making sure that you got home safe? Because it's often easy for us to pat each other on the back and finish some high-risk stop or a barricaded subject call or do one of those things and pat each other on the back and high-five and download all our gear and think that we succeeded because we made good decisions and that we were in charge of the entire scenario. Now, of course, that's not true. There's always another actor involved in that, and that's our suspect, who we don't know. We can't get in their mind. We don't know what they're thinking. So we need to very, very carefully evaluate after these calls, did we succeed because we used good tactics, or did we succeed because we got lucky? And that preoccupation with failure that David Klinger talks about is this obsession with getting better by looking at the ways that we could have or did fail. And I think that if you debrief these with that mindset, this mindset that maybe we didn't fail, but we could have. What could have led us down the path towards failing in this call? Was it that we were enticed or could have been baited into rushing into the call or moving up to the car too quickly? What are the things that we could have seen or could have done incorrectly given the circumstances we were in, so that when that happens again, we can recognize those red flags as occurring? We can also, of course, do those things in the debriefs of calls we've done and be honest with ourselves. And supervisors, you really need to be honest with yourself as well about what you did right and what you did wrong, what you liked, what you didn't like. And we all need to have an honest discussion, be able to have this honest discussion, so we can go out and make sure that when the next time happens, because it will happen again, that we've learned from that past call, we've learned what we did right, we've learned what we did wrong, and we learned what we could have done wrong, and we also learned that in what the suspect's mindset may or may not have in play with how this all resolves. Is the suspect just not able to attack us because of our good tactics, our sound decisions, and our, I'd say, overwhelming use of good tactics to solve the situation, or is it just that something in their decision-making process, they chickened out, or they thought of something else, or they didn't want to get in more trouble, and that's the only reason that we didn't fail. So think about those things. Read Into the Kill Zone by Dr. Klinger. It's great. The preoccupation with failure. It's important not to confuse the safe resolution of anything we do with success. We need to consider the events outside our tactics and our decisions that are often the deciding factors in our outcomes. If we become obsessed with our failures in everything we do, we get better. We catch our training deficiencies, and we identify the blind spots that might get us or a partner killed. Remember, everyone goes home. Thanks for listening. Stay safe and take care of each other.